Deep tech brings economic, business, and social impacts that are now felt everywhere in our society. The application of deep tech will accelerate and redefine innovation for decades to come. Living in the age of infinite possibilities, where even the sky is not the limit, technology transfer is getting unprecedentedly important. Greater Bay Area Deep Tech Forum gathers top international scientists, deep tech experts, and industry leaders to build a smart community propelling significant innovation on how to better transfer from science to technology. The forum presents the complexities of technology transfer from different points of view and builds a platform for vigorous impact. With new vitality, Hong Kong is set to usher in a brighter future. Let's make it happen.
Welcome to join this startup showcase. Wyla is an energetic Hong Kong registered charity supporting the development of science and technology. We spearhead the evolution of our ecosystem to optimize technology transfer. I'm Yang, Strategy and Project Director at Wyla. As part of One SciTech, One Future series, Wyla organized the Greater Bay Area Deep Tech Forum with Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. This startup showcase is indeed the first day of the forum, providing a platform for high-potential deep tech startups to exhibit their great work. Selected startups in this showcase will also have a one-on-one and hour mentoring with our selected mentors to take their startups forward. In today's showcase, you will see deep tech startups from Hong Kong and the Greater Bay Area under the Wyla 4 pillars: environmental science, space science, deep tech, and biotechnology. I so look forward to all the presentations today. First, I would like to introduce Henry Lam from Robotics Limited. He will walk us through the latest thoughts and products of a robot analytic and management platform.
Hi, this is Henry from Allos Robotics. Today, I'm very happy to share our RAMP, Robot Analytic and Management Platform. Yes, we are working on robotics. In 2022, this year, there are more than 700 brands of robot suppliers in the world. They offer more than 200 types of robots, such as drone, underwater robots, and also wheel-based surfaces robots. And interestingly, the average cost of a robot in the past 4 years actually reduced by 60% from 25K to 10K per one. And also the total number of robots has been threefolded to 55 million. So in the foreseeable future, the robots become cheaper and cheaper, and there are more than 100 million robots are among us in the future. And the problem is, how can we connect and manage different types of robots from different brands? And yes, we are working on it. Our RAMP is a vendor-independent robotic platforms for centralized management of robotic resources for the future. And our RAMP have two major blocks. One is the centralized robot management, and another part is the data analyst and also AI services. With the combination of these two blocks, we believe RAMP can open infinitive application for robotics. And ASA is a very young robotics startup. Our vision is to connect and manage robots among the world. And we are currently co-incubated by the City University of Hong Kong and also Hong Kong Science and Technology Park. And I'm Henry Lam, a founder and CEO of ASA Robotics. And our RAMP is built by a group of young and energetic robotic engineers and also computer scientists. And here is a very simplified layout of our RAMP dashboard. And our RAMP have 4 advantages. First, it support a cross-brand robots compatibility, meaning we are going to connect and expand the brand's connectivity with different robots. And second, we try to standardize the robot communication for the future. We open API to our robot supplier. And also we provide some over-the-air update to different robots, and also provide some robotics AI services extension for our clients. And here you can see those robots supported by RAM currently. And you can see they are from different manufacturer and also different type of robots, from delivery robots to sweeper robots, and also even outdoor mover robot can be connected to RAM. And currently we are working on the last mile delivery in local community in Admiralty and also in CTU campus for food delivery and also for mail deliveries. And besides, in the coming few months or years, we are going to expand to the real estate robotic surveillance, because RAM can be integrated with third-party system. So we can provide a centralized robotic surveillance services. RAM can be integrated with the client surveillance system to provide mobile, optic, and non-optic tracking, and to create a smarter and safer estate. Not just standalone building, but a cluster of buildings with a real estate. Besides this, we found out that more and more robots actually equipped with a large LCD screen on it. And we found out that the screen actually is a very good channel to display robot advertisements. So our RAM actually can centralize the information distribution by controlling the IP streaming for the advertisements, meaning the property owner, the clients, can select and push the advertisement they want to show in their own properties. And for the robotics market, the global robotic market worth around $81 billion. And we focus on the APAC region, and we provide the robot management software. And this segment actually worth around $7 billion. And the compound annual growth rate is around 46%. And meaning this segment is very hot, and also the pace. And we are Hong Kong-based startup, and with our resources and connection, we can connect, our RAM can connect more than 500 robots, and also we can get around 70 million of US dollar in terms of market share. And who pay the bill in the market? Our RAM can be integrated with the robots and help our distributor and agents to sell their robot under the framework of centralized management solution to the MNC, to their enterprise. And also we found out that once the enterprise receives their robots from the distributor, they always request some kind of customization and also some kinds of system integration. And RAM can provide those kind of customization and also integration to enterprise, so they pay our bills. And in terms of competitor, there are different types in different regions. In the US and the EU region, they focus more on single robot management or small scale robot management for some kind of special functions, such as robotic dog for inspection and drone for inspection services. But in APAC region, our competitor focus on the industrial applications such as logistic robot management. And we found that actually in the middle scale of management scale, and also for the services robot, such as in the commercial sector, the puzzle is missing, and we are going to be the puzzle. And for our potential customer, we focus on the developers, because there are lots of service department and also real estate application for robotics. And also we can try to reach out the utilities and also public service provider. And also government is another choice. And we are not working on our business alone, and we connect with different R&D institutions, and by providing and standardize the robot communication protocol to open API for our future robot suppliers. And also we have some robot suppliers connection. They are trying to build better and better robots for us to serve the human. And also we have distributor partners. They try to sell and push more robots to the community. With all our efforts, we share the same vision, is to build a better robotic community. And here's our ASA Robotics company timeline. We established in 2021 in February. And our first product actually is the patient transfer robot. We call it 卧床机械人. You may search it in the internet. Yeah, there are lots of media coverage about this product, and this robot actually help to assist the caregiver or the nurse in the hospital to transfer a patient from the robot to the medical bed, or vice versa, from the bed to the robot. And also in the Q4 last year, we received an order from hospital saying that they want some solution to monitor the fall prevention and also condition in the hospital. And we propose about using a robotic cat, and they adopt our solution. So we develop a robotic cat for them to monitor and detect the fall situation in hospital. And this year in Q1, we start the development of RAMP, and we're finding different partners. And in the coming few months, we are going to have some pilot launch in the hospital and also in some services apartments in Hong Kong. And here are some media coverage about our story and also about our business. So after the sharing, we are looking for the angel investment because we are trying to rapidly expand our application and our business. So we welcome the angel investment. And also after our pitching, if you are interested in our application, if you are interested in robotics, feel free to reach out, because we are finding talents in robotics, in system engineering, in ROS, meaning robot operating system. So if you want to have fun with robot, please reach us and join us. And the most important thing is to connect with RAMP. Yeah, no matter it's business collaboration or cooperation for the future, different projects, or even the robot community, we are welcome. So we are ASA Robotics, and feel free to reach out. And here is this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Henry. Next, I would like to invite Manfred Wong from RightPick to tell us how AI can help students to make smarter university program choices.
Okay, let's get started. I'm Manfred from RightPick. Let's get started from this video.
有冇諗過咁多間大學咁多個學科，邊個先係最適合自己？修讀同樣大學學科，點解有啲人讀得咁痛苦，有啲人就讀得咁順利開心？就算同一學系畢業，有啲人工作得心應手，有啲人就好似入錯行，做住一啲完全冇興趣嘅工作。我哋好明白揀大學學科嘅痛苦，揀錯科後悔60年，就選定大學學科，再揀大學，畢業之後進入職場，基本上就鎖定咗後半人生路。RightPick 可以協助你選定20個 JUPAS 學科，用戶進入網站同埋填寫0至10嘅分數測試之後，我哋會了解用戶嘅特性同埋喜好，再根據每一個 JUPAS 學科嘅特質，分析出最適合用戶嘅20個 JUPAS 學科。推薦學科係基於大學生提供嘅大數據，即刻上 RightPick 踏出成功嘅第一步。
Okay, and then let's get back to the presentation. First of all, sorry for the background stuff, because my notebook is too old to project the background, so I must use this version. And for RightPick, we analyze the best picks for your future. RightPick is a web-based system to recommend 20 best fit JUPAS selection to the DSC students based on the big data and AI. And what's the pain point of current DSC students? Because at their age, they're too young to truly realize themselves. And also there's the impact of their friends, relatives, and also the norm. So all those stuff issues may affect their decision. And then they might pick the wrong subject in the university. And then they might enter the unfavorable career. And then their lives was affected from that stage of selecting JUPAS. For more existing pain point, like the JUPAS official website, yes, there's some information and paragraph about specific JUPAS subject, but there's only 2 paragraphs. and that's it. There's not too much information. And there is aptitude tests for like Hotmail Cloud, but the aptitude test results is very generic. That doesn't bring any specific solution to the customers, to the students. And there are some reasons to use RightPick. I will classify there are 4 main reasons. First, understand the students, then understand the JUPAS data and university's data, and finally the JUPAS recommendation. For Hotmail Club, there is no solution for these 4 points. And for aptitude tests, yes, some aptitude tests can understand the students, but they don't have the JUPAS data, university's data, and there's also no JUPAS recommendation. And for the teachers, yes, they can understand the students because they've taught them a lot and spent time with them. But the teachers will not have enough time and energy to analyze so much JUPAS data and also the university's data. And for RightPick, we have all 4 points. And then when we consider the attribute of selecting JUPAS, usually we'll only think about the results and the interests of the students, but actually they will think more nowadays. They will also think about the speciality of the program, JUPAS program, like exchange program, not exam oriented. When they will also consider the university life, like focus on study, or they can join society or organization. What's their purpose, the reason to study university, like the brand name and the prospect of program. And they will also think about the work, like the field, dealing with figures, dealing with clients, or the priority of the work, like the work-life balance, or low pressure, or become professional, etc., etc. And so for our operation, how do we work? First of all, we have to collect a lot of data. So we will spend incentive to exchange the data from university students and the graduate students for every JUPAS program in Hong Kong. After we collect so many information, then we will know about the correlation between student, program, and also work. And also we work with the recruiting firm, so we'll have some report or survey about the occupation and JUPAS program. And we also analyze the trend from the internet and social media, because we have to contain and get the information of the trend analysis and salary analysis. And finally, for our technology and AI, like big data or AI, and after the customers enter the information in our system, and our system will analyze and recommend 20 best fit JUPAS recommendation to them. So for our technology, like big data and algorithm, because we understand every JUPAS program's attribute, we contain a lot of big data of each program. So we will analyze each attribute for each program, from attribute A1 to the final attribute, one by one, matching with customers' attribute. And as a result, we'll know about the similarity of each program, and then we'll compare it, and we'll analyze the best fit 20 JUPAS program for the customers. And also, we have developed first JUPAS character analysis in Hong Kong. For existing character analysis in the market, like Holland test, Enneagram of personality, MBTI, these are the common analysis. Is not focused on JUPAS. So we developed the first JUPAS analysis in Hong Kong, and we have identified 6 main character for JUPAS selection, like why selection, expert consideration, brand reputation, interest oriented, comfort, and salary oriented. by knowing what character they are, we have identified some JUPUS program according to the character. And this is the technology that we are still developing and not yet launched, is occupation analysis AI by web crawling. We'll crawl the main recruiting website in Hong Kong, like JobsDB. We will crawl the job duties, working nature, working environment, and also the requirement of academic results, professional certificate, etc. Because we have to understand the trend of salary and also the trend of industry, because we have to know what industry is rising. And then for some customers, we already know that they are comfort style. They don't want to study after graduation, but some occupation really requires the employees to keep studying or obtaining some cert. And these jobs will have relevant JUPUS program, and then we will do the cutoff job here to not recommend to the customers. Okay, for next, for our technology, it's not a one-off program because data is updating every semester and every year. So we have to obtain the data from the university students and graduates every year. Actually, our products have already been launched to the market, and you can see the UI of the website, and also the right hand side is the recommendation of 20 JUPUS programs to the customers. For our business model, it's a freemium model. First of all, it's free to use. For the free user, they will see 4th to 7th ranking and relevant data. If they want to see the full report, it means the first ranking and the 20th ranking, they have to pay. It's now 125 quota per quota, and they will also have the opportunity to do the character JUPUS program analysis. And there are some existing customers for us. And for example, Hong Kong Characters Organization is also our partners. And for Angel Fund, DHL Asia co-founder Chong Po Young is also our Angel Fund. There are some achievements for us, like Hong Kong STP Ideation, Hong Kong PolyU Micro Fund, CTU Tech 300, CTU Angel Fund, CTU Tissue, DI Cooperation Project, exhibitor in Indo Carnival, Hong Kong Techathon 2022, Hong Kong University Students Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition, Cyberpunk Incubation Program. For our 5 years forecast, first of all, the first 2 years will be our start, and the second year will be the full function year, and we'll make the profit about 5 million. And for year 3, we'll extend our service to Form 3 to Form 4 selection. And then our profit will around 27 million. For year 4, we will extend our service to SCA markets like Singapore, Indonesia. Our profit will be 135 million. And for year 5, we'll extend our market to China and Taiwan. And we expect the profit will be 289 million. For our team mix, we have the team mix of technical, business, and UI. First of all, myself, I have 14 years experience in business, including 5 years of startup business. And for Leo, our CTO, he has 5 years in AI research and 2 years in Silicon Valley startup. For Marco, our CPO, he has won 2017 Taiwan AppWorks and 2018 Rise Hong Kong Champion. And for our consultant, we have the secondary school teachers and also the university professors. So this is what RightPick about. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this time.
Thank you, Manfred. Next, we have Isaac Toll from Allos. He will showcase how we can use machine learning with building causality to generate faster and more accurate medical insights.
Hi everyone, I'm Isaac from Allos, and we provide explainable medical insights with our dynamic causal engine. Allos is addressing a fundamental technology problem, and that is that deep learning and big data are no longer enough to address the issues in our ever-changing world. Let's take a look at this example, where we can see that the deep learning model successfully identifies a banana, but when a sticker is put next to it, it identifies it as a toaster. It is very easy to trick the deep learning model. Another example is that in this email, a user is writing, "I hope your recovery is quick and as pain," and the autocorrect fills in "painful as possible." That doesn't seem right, does it? Last but not least, let's consider this cat. Here we can see that a cat is on a fallen roof. So if we ask the question, did the cat cause the roof to fall? A machine learning model would most likely answer yes, because it has seen multiple photos of cats on fallen roofs, hence it makes this correlation. However, as humans, we understand that most likely the cat did not cause the roof to fall. It could have been multiple reasons, for example, a car or a fallen tree or something else causing the roof to fall, but it's unlikely that the cat caused it. This is a great example illustrating that correlation is not equivalent to causation. Unfortunately, most machine learning models are static models that discover correlation. Whereas at Allos, we are developing causal models, a dynamic model that looks for cause-effect relationships between variables. Machine learning models are also very biased because it draws predictions from the training dataset, whereas causality reduces bias because the results are discovered from the dataset and expert input. Machine learning models are very data hungry, but since we are combining datasets with expert inputs, causality uses 60% less data compared to machine learning. Machine learning models a majority of them are black boxes, while causality is very explainable and understandable even by non-technical people. Causality is our future. In fact, it was just awarded the Economics Nobel Prize in 2021. And we believe that causality will provide us with a way to answer questions in a fashion similar to how humans answer questions. Now, with our unique dynamic causal engine, after testing it against multiple industries and verticals, such as manufacturing, logistics, education, we decided that healthcare was the best application for our model. And we are enabling medical professionals to reduce doctor data review time, make more efficient referrals, hence reducing wait times, and improve treatment response, beginning with inflammatory arthritis. Imagine a coin toss. Heads, you get arthritis, tails, you don't. The reality is you have a 62.3% chance of developing arthritis. And this is a staggering 62.3% chance to be cursed with the largest cause of work disability. But for inflammatory arthritis patients, try this. You just sat through 8.5 seconds. That felt like eternity, right? Imagine having joint pain every single day for 8.5 years without having a clue on what you're suffering from. 8.5 years. That's how long it takes, on average, for someone suffering from inflammatory arthritis to get a diagnosis, causing irreversible joint damage before even being diagnosed. Inflammatory arthritis is taxing and expensive on both our society and patients. More than 20% of all health plan drug spending is spent on inflammatory arthritis. It costs the US over $128 billion in annual medical and societal costs, and this number will only increase as our population ages. And there's only a shocking 60% positive response to treatment within 12 months, an extremely low rate when compared to other diseases. So how was Allos helped with this big problem? Consider a patient named Eva who has non-specific joint pain. She goes to her primary care GP who orders blood tests. By uploading these blood tests and her patient history to our platform, the GP will receive a differential diagnosis of Eva, a risk score of Eva, and is suggested the next steps in terms of referral and triaging. Next, the case is triaged based on the urgency to better allocate specialist resources. And at the secondary care level, the rheumatologist confirms her diagnosis, and we help the rheumatologist by providing proactive disease monitoring and risk assessment, matching the best available treatment based on predicted response and risk-benefit assessment, and also assessing the patient's risk based on their treatment regimen and disease activity. These are all typically extremely laborious tasks that typically takes up more than 60% of a rheumatologist's day. We have already built 2 amazing algorithms in both radiology imaging and also clinical data analysis, and have achieved amazing results with them. These algorithms will form the foundation of our products, a comprehensive musculoskeletal disorders product. In fact, our addressable market is extremely large, standing at $55 billion. We are beginning by targeting the inflammatory arthritis AI prognosis and monitoring market, which stands at $3.78 billion, and our serviceable obtainable market currently stands at $1.28 billion. But this is only the beginning for us. Now, let me introduce the all-star Allos team. I'm Isaac, the CEO of Allos, and I've previously worked with organizations like the Hong Kong Hospital Authority and Kerry Logistics. Aditya is our Chief Research Officer, who is a DPhil candidate at Oxford, graduating this month. He has previously worked at CERN and McGill University on the frontiers of quantum physics and also machine learning and physics. Ivano is our Chief Scientist, who has over 15 years of scientific research experience and 21 publications. Lai is our Senior Research Scientist, who was previously at the Fudan University as a postdoc, and he has been working at the frontiers of foundational deep learning and neuroscience for many years. We have also assembled a world-class scientific advisory board, constituting 3 rheumatologists, 2 from the University of Oxford and 1 from the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Professor Weedy is our scientific advisor from HKUST. Balu and Dr. Arasan are pharmaceutical advisors with over 35 years of experience each. Allos is the first mover in a massive yet underserved market with the potential to tackle other diseases and industries. We have a world-class team, revolutionary technology, and these amazing partners to help us along the way. We are currently raising a seed round, and also we welcome any collaborations in the coming future. Join us on our journey of improving patients' lives with causality. We are Allos. Thank you.
Thanks, Isaac. Then we have Maxim Prodenov from Roumei. It's a venture commercializing novel nanomaterials light down converters with a goal to double the LED product efficiency.
你好, everybody. We are from Roumei Technology, and here I will present our company aimed at commercializing of quantum rod LEDs for the display and lighting application. Today, displays are everywhere around us, and besides the conventional TVs and portable devices, new coming on the market technologies penetrate deeper and deeper in our everyday life. It's expected that in the nearest future, most of the available surfaces around us will be equipped with display. And they will not only display, but also have communicative, interactive, and other functionalities. So the power consumption become a very big concern as the display efficiency is very low actually. And it doesn't depend much on the used technology, whether it is LCD or OLED, it is limited to a few percent only. The problem is getting even worse when you go to higher resolution. And because there is a general trend in increase of size and resolution, another serious problem is the high price for this product. Today, if you go on the market, most of the TVs you will find there are so-called QLED or quantum dot LED displays. Quantum dots are tiny nanoparticles which brings very sharp and bright colors to our displays. And these colors perfectly match with color filters, and that is why they improve image quality and clarity. And due to this technology commercialized so quickly. However, the price of this product is huge, and if you look on the display structure, you can understand why. Particularly this quantum dot film, which you can see here, is manufactured separately, and it should satisfy very high optical standards. It should be free of aggregation and very smooth without any thickness deviation through the whole display surface. And this is a very big headache to achieve, especially for biggest display size. In general, people proposed different configurations of quantum dot displays. Major part of suppliers use approach proposed by NanoSys, where quantum dot film is placed between blue LED backlight and the LCD panel. However, large distance of the color converting material from the LED result in serious light losses. And in this sense, the on-chip coating would be the most efficient configuration for the quantum dot display. In addition, it would be much cheaper because significantly less material is required. Moreover, in this case, you don't need any additional film in the display structure. You just need to replace your LEDs in backlight and nothing more. And production of these particular LEDs is readily achievable by the same process already established for the conventional phosphor-converted LEDs. For the last 10 years, many people tried to implement this technology. However, the thermal quenching effect is a very serious problem here because the efficiency of quantum dots, the quantum will dramatically drops on top of LED chip because of high temperature. And this is a very serious limitation of quantum dot application. Our solution of this problem is new thermally stable quantum rods. In addition to high stability, the rod-like shape of quantum rods immediately brings two important benefits over the quantum dots. That is, twice increased light extraction efficiency from the LED and polarized emission. It means that, in principle, it's possible to increase the efficiency of LED twice compared to quantum dots, which have emission in all directions, so-called isotropic emission. So with this material in hand, we propose to move from the film to direct on-chip application. And for your better understanding, let me introduce the key steps of the process flow. So first, we buy blue LEDs. These blue LEDs are completely the same as normally used for making any white LED you can find in the market. Whether it is display or lighting, everybody uses initially blue LED chip with phosphor-converted color-converted material on top of the chip. And it's used for generation of white light. So literally, the only thing we change in the LED production process is that instead of that conventional yellow phosphor, we dispense or we print our quantum dot material on top of the chip. And this printing or dispensing step is readily done by the same equipment and the same process as for the phosphor printing. However, the color performance and luminous efficiency for our material almost double. Thus, we propose this innovation as a drop-in solution for new generation of LEDs with improved parameters. The luminescence of our quantum rods can cover all the visible spectral range from blue to deep red color, and this opens bright opportunities for application in many different products. And besides, the new synthesis approach enables higher thermal stability, solving the mentioned above thermal quenching problem. Here on the plot, you can see that our material has stable brightness up to 200 degrees centigrade, which is significantly better than conventional quantum rods and dots. So this unique material opens the way to a new generation of LEDs with on-chip coated quantum down-converting nanomaterial. And following this concept, we already successfully integrated these quantum rods with blue LED chip and fabricated prototypes of quantum rod LEDs. The efficiency of our LED is around 150 lumen per watt, which already is the absolute record and the highest value in segment of white color gamut white LEDs, and it is almost twice larger than conventional LEDs. Later, for lighting application, we expect to hit as much as 200 lumen per watt, revealing the full potential of the material. And using these quantum rod LEDs, we assembled a display backlight, and here you can see a simple comparison with commercially available smartphone. This quantum rod display shows very wide color gamut, covering almost 97% of BT 2020. BT 2020 is known as the newest color standard for coming Ultra HD HK television. In fact, the quantum rod LED display provides better colors compared to available technologies, including normal LCD, OLED, and QLED displays. And this is clearly visible by naked eye and is also confirmed by our lab measurements. In our hands, we compared our quantum rods with the commercially available phosphor-converted LEDs used in smartphone. And here you can see a significantly improved color gamut. This is a direct result of sharp peaks provided by our material for both red and green components. Here on the video, you can see two displays, and the upper one is a quantum rod display equipped with quantum rod LEDs, and the bottom one, the same LCD display, but equipped with conventional backlight. You can see the color difference. Yeah, and one more video here showing the real movie. So you can clearly see the improvement in green and the red lights, red colors, and because these two colors are basic, that means that all the millions of intermediate colors are also improved. Further, our material proposes a possible solution of the blue light hazard concern, which currently is under a big debate in society. Obviously, the white LEDs having 450 nanometer emission peak is always a big concern because it perfectly aligns with the blue light hazard region associated with different eye damages. And large cell phone companies now introduce special blue light filters and night shift modes in their phones, recognizing this problem. Numerous simulations show that the best trade-off between good color reproducing and less eye damage is around 465 nanometers. And currently, the display industry tries to modify their backlight accordingly. However, the conventional LED phosphor cannot fully serve the purpose simply because of limited selection of materials. In contrast to that, for our quantum rods, we can precisely tune the color in all the visible spectral range. Actually, with this material in hands, we can create the light of any desired spectrum with no limitations at all. Overall, it's possible to combine good color reproducing with a higher eye safety and high efficiency, all this in one single light source. For this lighting application, here you can see the spectra of two designed white quantum rod LEDs. The latter one has very less amount of harmful blue light, along with nevertheless high color rendering index. And this is next to impossible to achieve using traditional phosphor-converted LEDs. Actually, we are able to even remove the hazardous blue light completely, and we are contacting two lamp makers to design eye care and bedroom lighting products with no blue at all. So we also plan to collaborate with Hong Kong and Mainland Ophthalmology Society to get the corresponding endorsement for our product. So further business development will be based on our R&D results for prototyping and optimization of LED parameters with already existing collaborators. Generally, we are exploring as many as 5 different products, including highly efficient wide color gamut quantum rod LEDs for display, monochromatic LEDs for mini and micro LED display, and also 3 lighting products, which are low blue, no blue, and highly efficient quantum rod LEDs. In parallel, because the fabrication process is the same for all these kind of LEDs and only material composition varies and the initial LED model varies, we are looking for the next round of investment to launch the pilot line for the product manufacture. So, as I mentioned above, we propose a material with great advantages over the already mature quantum dot technology. So what is the market situation? Here we show a brief analysis of quantum dot market. Currently, it is estimated around $4 billion and it's expected to grow for more than 10 billion by 2025. As I mentioned above, so far the main application of quantum dots is in displays, with a total market estimated to account around $50 billion by 2030. And talking about LED lighting market, it's also growing rapidly and expected to account around $150 billion by the end of the decade. As you can see from here, more than 70% of it is for indoor lighting. And we plan to introduce our eye care quantum rod LEDs and as a human health friendly light source for this particular indoor application. And based on this, we propose the following model for commercializing of quantum rod material. So we plan we actually already produce a nanomaterial. We mix it with, according to design recipe, we mix it with proper encapsulant material and print this mixture on top of blue LED chip. And this results in a ready-to-use LED product for backlighting and display suppliers. In parallel, we also optimizing our material for use in lighting product and mini and micro LEDs. So here you can see the potential proportion for these different target markets and the expected growth. Briefly, we already started with display application, and in parallel, based on our R&D result, we gradually introducing quantum rod LEDs for lighting application and some other customized products. Here we show the current list of patents where IPs for the quantum rod material, its synthesis, and the method for manufacturing of quantum rod enhancement film for displays are all protected. The company's location currently is in Hong Kong Science and Technology Park. And there, in our R&D lab, we perform the material and device optimization, as well as prototyping. Actually, Science Park has perfect infrastructure for performing of such kind of research work. And in addition, the company has got a great support being incubator of the respected Incotech program. The initial concept proof was done on the base of HKUST, where we also got a seed support from ITC through Tech Startup Support Scheme. As you could understand, this is a fairly knowledge-intensive, multidisciplinary project. So we need to combine in a single technical team the experts from chemistry, optics, and also display technology. And that is exactly what we already have. All the key team members are PhDs in their respective disciplines and have a big previous experience in nanomaterials and displays. In particular, I was working for more than 10 years in the field of nanoparticle synthesis and their application. And that also includes the joint work with other team members on the development of quantum rod enhancement film. So the director, myself, will supervise the R&D work for optimization of material properties, its synthesis, and successful integration into the product devices. And our advisor, Abhishek Srivastava, is professor from HKUST with a well-known reputation as an expert in display technology, quantum rods, and liquid crystal. And also Mr. Huan, who has a great experience in the LED and lighting market, will be leading our efforts for commercializing of the product. So he will supervise marketing and sales team. To summarize, the key points of our mission are higher image quality, low power consumption for the cost-effective QLED displays. And of course, with this material in hand, we have a very good chance to solve the human health hazardous light from all over the sources around us and provide more healthier, human health friendly light from all these sources. So we thank for taking your time to listen to this talk. We value your attention and also your potential support is highly appreciated. Thank you very much and bye-bye.
Thanks, Maxim. Next, let's welcome Timothy Ho from Purochem. It's a biotech startup that focuses on separation and purification for chemical and pharmaceutical industries.
We are Purochem Limited. I'm Timothy Ho, one of the founders of the Purochem Limited. Purochem Limited focuses on the breakthrough technology, dispersed mobile phase countercurrent chromatography, DMCC. It makes possible high-resolution separation of valuable medicinal herbal compounds and organic synthetic products at industrial scale. Purity or capacity? Why not both? We need a technology that facilitates both purity and capacity, which is the DMCC, to make these valuable compounds and therapeutics available at an affordable price. These are our team members. Professor Xie, Professor Wang, and I are the inventors of DMCC. Professor Xie and Professor Wang are the managing director and director of the company respectively. Professor Qiming Li, experienced in traditional Chinese medicine research and 30 years experience in international pharma, will serve as the chief advisor. I am the business manager in charge of the market development, sales management, and customer support. Mr. Leon Liu is the product development manager. He got a bachelor degree in Shenyang Pharmaceutical University, a master degree in CUHK. He manages the design and production of DMCC equipment. Ms. Connie Long is the R&D associate with a degree in biochemistry from University of Waterloo, Canada, and a master degree in chemical and biomolecular engineering in HKUST. She involves in DMCC application development. The entire story began with the compound Wangolin. It exerts multiple therapeutic functions and its anxiolytic effect was discovered by our group. Being a magic bullet, no clinical trials have been conducted so far on this molecule due to the lack of supplies of large quantities of pure Wangolin. Though Wangolin can be obtained either by extraction from the root or organic synthesis, it always coexists with a mixture of flavonoid analogs, in particular oroxalin A. It is a position isomer of Wangolin. It competes and antagonizes the effect of Wangolin. Therefore, effective large-scale purification of Wangolin from its analogs has been especially challenging and essential for its therapeutic applications. This motivated us to develop the new purification technology, DMCC. DMCC is our core technology. A mixture of chemical is dissolved in mobile phase and flow into a series of columns filling with liquid stationary phase. The chemicals distribute between the mobile and the stationary phase and get separated based on their differences in solubility. To facilitate the solute exchange between mobile and the stationary phase, the mobile phase is mechanically dispersed right after the column entry. DMCC works as a continuous process with various number and size of columns. It works at low pressure without solid waste nor centrifugation. Being a groundbreaking separation technology with clear advantages over existing technologies in scalability, cost, and speed, DMCC was published in a top journal, Separation. Professor Xie was invited as a keynote speaker at the 8th World Congress of Chromatography to present the DMCC technology. A US patent has been granted for the DMCC. As illustrated in our scientific publication with DMCC, the resolution is proportional with the mobile phase flow rates and column number. Therefore, its performance is highly predictable. This is the performance comparison between the small-scale DMCC and the HPLC. We purified Mongolian from an extract of bakelenses with DMCC. The input was 6 grams, and the obtained Mongolian was as high as 610 milligrams, reaching the purity greater than 98%. Instead, HPLC allows only milligram input and microgram output. With the high yield and output at HPLC grade purity, the cost of separation is significantly reduced. DMCC provides an efficient separation solution to the purification chemistry. DMCC uses liquid bed column, while the traditional liquid chromatography uses solid bed column containing ultra-fine resins. Some solutes will permanently adhere to the resins in HPLC column. It results in loss of products and column resolution decay. Finally, the column needs to be disposed and environmental damaging solid waste is generated. DMCC separates compounds with solvents only. All products can be retrieved by evaporating the solvent. At the same time, solvents can be recycled. No solid waste is generated. The work pressure is low and choice of column material is very flexible. Other than column, the major challenge is the pump. HPLC requires strong piston pump to withstand high pressure, plus the risk of leakage. As DMCC works under gravity, low pressure and low cost peristaltic pump can be used, and the maintenance is relatively simpler. As the column cost and pump cost of DMCC is low, the entire system is less expensive than the HPLC. Another advantage of DMCC is the significantly high loading capacity, with greater input and output in a single run. Therefore, the speed is much greater. This is especially important in biopharma or industrial sector, where the business is often limited by supply. DMCC and its brother technology, centrifugal partition chromatography, CPC, are both silica-free and continuous liquid-liquid chromatography. CPC requires expensive and dangerous huge centrifuge to carry out separation. Instead, DMCC uses peristaltic pump only. Therefore, DMCC is less expensive, a safer and easier to use technology with better scaling property. We summarize the comparison of DMCC with two current chromatographic technologies, CPC and HPLC. The 4 key differences are: first, the physical setup. DMCC composes of liquid bed column. CPC uses liquid-filled capillary, and HPLC uses solid bed column. Second, the driving force. DMCC uses low-pressure pump plus mechanical dispersion. CPC relies on centrifuge, and HPLC relies on high-pressure pump. Third, DMCC allows both on and off column collection, but CPC and HPLC only supports offline collection. Therefore, DMCC allows product yielding from stationary phase at any time and point of separation. It reduces the running time and allows easy product recovery. Lastly, and most importantly, DMCC has a much greater scalability than the CPC and HPLC. In short, scalable DMCC technology suits the industry that requires large-scale production. It has low setup and maintenance costs. It is a high-speed method as it allows high flow rates. It is also a green technology as it does not generate any solid waste. At the same time, low loss of solutes from solid adsorption. Large-scale purification at low cost is critical for important industries such as the petrochemical, radiochemical, natural product, and synthetic chemical industries. In a radiochemical purification, countercurrent methods such as the DMCC can retrieve all the products from mobile and stationary phase. No solid, hazardous, or radioactive waste will be discharged to the environment after the purification process. This is the current global pharmaceutical ingredient market. The expected annual growth is 5.8%. DMCC can gain the market share from separation chemistry in the biopharma sector by reducing the manufacturing costs. DMCC targets on low costs with large-scale, high-resolution separation technology, which is a deep blue sea. The small scale will combat against the semi-preparative HPLC for research and academic sector, medium scale against preparative HPLC and CPC for biotech and biopharma companies. The large-scale DMCC will provide the largest scale of chromatography system for chemical manufacturer. Among different companies, only Purochem Limited can achieve large scale with high resolution and low cost. The DMCC technology serves our customers and partners in following value chain. The DMCC equipment will be sold to the phytochemistry and organic chemistry manufacturers and institutions. We will consider co-development DMCC protocols with our end users in return for sales revenue and market penetration. We plan to have joint design manufacturer and share the sales profits with the manufacturer partner. Also, we will consider the licensing out our international market right for global revenue. Active pharmaceutical ingredients prepared by the DMCC purification can be sold or licensed to pharmaceutical and nutraceutical companies. We will also consider co-development with these companies. The DMCC technology, by the time we are looking for the collaborators in the following fields. First, suppliers for mechanical parts. We are constructing large-scale DMCC with improved automation. It requires different parts and modules to complete the prototype. Good quality parts are essential for optimal performance of these prototypes. Second, research groups and chemistry labs who have difficulty in purifying molecules with traditional chromatographic methods. We can collaborate and develop the DMCC protocol together and scale up the production. Third, manufacturing partner. When more DMCC applications are developed, we need more scale system to carry out purifications. This is the end of my sharing. Thank you for your attention and the support from the Why Not Foundation. We are looking forward to collaborations from any fields and professionals. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Timothy. Next, we have Peggy Yun from MakeOmnia. It's a startup developing 3D printers for home and school use with a focus on STEM education.
Hi everyone, this is Peggy. I'm the director of MakeOmnia. Nowadays, there are many people talking about 3D printing. Seems 3D printing now is very popular in the world, but actually in the society, not many home users are using 3D printers and also know how to use 3D printing. Today, I will analyze the reason and provide my solution to solve this kind of problem. First, let me give some background of MakeOmnia. We are a company that focuses on the development of 3D printers and also the STEM education. We have our own brand called Mako, and it is a mini 3D printer. With cooperation of STEM education, we can bring 3D printers and 3D modeling in the world more easily. This is the history of MakeOmnia. And now in 2017, we can develop our own second version of 3D printers. And in 2019, we have developed our first 3D modeling software called Draw to 3D. And also, we have set up our company in Taiwan and also entered the accelerator. And in last year, we got our angel fund from Hong Kong Tech 3000 from Hong Kong CTU University. This is the organizational structure of our company. Now we can see 3D printing is very impactful. This is because that making the manufacturing process more easier and lower the cost of personalization of products. Also, we can see the quick flow of 3D printing. We can come up an idea, draw out the design, and create with 3D printing. But is it this kind of easy to have 3D printing? Also, we can have 3D printing at EdTech. For example, in building the robotics and also combine with coding and building with 3D printing. Also, we can also see 3D printing involved in the mathematics and science subject. But as the question that I have mentioned before, not much people are using 3D printers. Why? Because first, 3D printers are too complicated to use for the beginners. Second thing is that the space for the 3D printers storage is very huge. So not many people have the big space to afford their 3D printers at home. Finally, having 3D printers for each student need teachers, material, machine, and software. So the cost is really high. As I mentioned, 3D printing is some kind of complicated for the beginner. We can see why people always get messed with 3D printing because they need to learn the CAD software and then they need to design the 3D model software and also to learn the slicing tools. And then at the end, they have to export the G-code and print it out eventually. So therefore, to solve the above problem, our company MakeOmnia have the following solution to solve the problems. First, we have Mako mini printer, and also we have our mobile app Draw to 3D. Let's talk about Draw to 3D first. Draw to 3D is talking about create a 3D model easily just by drawing on the paper. We can draw our design on a piece of paper in few minutes, and then we can print directly. How? You can see the workflow. After drawing on the paper with the color pens, we can using the smartphone to take photos with Draw to 3D. And then after upload to Draw to 3D, we can adjust the model size, and then we can insert the file into the 3D printer and print it out and enjoy. So by using Draw to 3D, we can skip the process of designing the 3D model CAD software to learn about the slicing tools or to getting the G-code file. We can just use Draw to 3D to replace all the complicated process and enjoy 3D printing more easily. What can we create? From Draw to 3D, we can see the technology can bring out different kinds of design. We also have our gallery for users to create and share their own design. What is the next step? The next step is to print it out. All of us need a 3D printer, but what kind of 3D printer can fit our home or our desk? We have Mako mini printer. The Mako mini printer is very mini and the weight is very light. It is talking about 1 kilogram and easy to carry to everywhere. we have the detail resolution, and we can support mobile printing. That means we can just power up the 3D printer by the power bank. Here is some of the market analysis to compare Mego 3D printer with different kinds of brands of 3D printers. In education, we can bundle the 3D printer and also draw to 3D with codebook. For example, we can have STEM package for teachers, educators to provide some more STEM learning materials to develop to the frontline teachers. Talking about our business model. Our business model covering about the sales of 3D printers and accessories online. We can also tailor-make design service, and also we have other B2C services. What is our target market? Our target market is not the one who is professional in 3D printing, who is already have the skill and know-how in 3D printing. Our skill is the people who is non-professional in 3D printing. Let me talk about and share about what case study and what we have done in several years. For example, in 2021, we have Inno Carnival. In 2021, hosted by Hong Kong Science Park. So you can see more than 400 students can attend the 3D accessories workshop. Students just through online, they can create their own design and then they can print it out at the result. Second thing is the government school, which is a high school. We can see 3D print form is established in the STEM lab. This is an amazing case study. This is a special education. We provide our teaching materials and our 3D modeling software draw to 3D, and the students in the special education thoroughly can design this project, and they feel more meaningful and satisfaction with the 3D modeling software. Also, we have whole different kind of theme 3D printing workshop. For example, this Christmas theme. So there are now more than 30 schools are using our 3D printers and subscribe draw to 3D. And there are more than 120 3D printing workshops that we are doing throughout the years. These are the team awards that we have. And also, these are the partners that support us with 3D printing. These are the clients from our company. And some of these are the media exposure. Yes, that's the end of my sharing, and hope you like our project. Thank you.
Thanks, Peggy. Finally, we have Ronald from Move It to introduce how AI can be deployed to transform the logistics industry.
Hi, I'm Ronald, the founder of Move It. Our team is committed to build a one-stop intelligent logistics platform by using AI technology to transform the traditional logistics industry. We are targeted on resolve the current logistic problems, since the lack of standardization of quotation as well as the extra charge made customers feel exhausted and the budget out of estimated. Besides, logistic firms also difficult to maintain their consistency due to the door-to-door quotes. Therefore, through our AI logistics platform, we can completely change the traditional moving market and improve overall efficiency of the logistics industry. A transparent quotation system protect customers' budgets and strengthen their confidence in us. Our AI technology can make the logistics ecosystem more professional, enabling high-quality firms to scale up and increase consumer rights. Our product is outstanding on the using of AI. Customers with a demand of moving house or office only need to fill in the online form. Then the AI will detect furniture and generate the details, so that it can directly match the moving firms with the most suitable ones, automate the entire transportation process. Here you can see the market size. According to statistics, about 50,000 households in Hong Kong using the moving services every year, an average of about 1,400 households per day. The market size is up to Hong Kong dollar 3 billion. It is a very dynamic market with long-term benefit. Our long-term goal is to create a comprehensive ecosystem, providing the full services of the whole handling processes, including the interior design before relocation. During relocation, we provide storage, recovery, and insurance in the process. We've burdened in the new home appliance discounts, especially the house cleaning services, which is necessary under pandemic. In order to further improve this ecosystem, we actively build partnership with service providers in all sectors of the industry to incorporate our business strategies, connecting all partners in referral mode and enabling them to use our platform services depending on orders. We could make profit based on the commission or the SaaS models. Our value lies in the use of intelligence to speed up the whole process while providing comprehensive and rich services to meet the needs of moving. At present, we have established cooperation with several logistics and storage companies, and also 2 insurance companies as well. The 4 major technology applied in our system, including the most significant AI furniture detection, which is calculated the numbers of classes and volume at the same time. That is the foundation criteria in ordering the most suitable fleets. Besides, price forecast and auto quotation can facilitate the logistic management. Here, I would like to show you the interface in practice. Users only need to fill in the online form to start their orders. They require the content, including destinations, dates, and time and sizes. Then they can choose the service they want and then upload the photos and videos of the furnitures. So the logistic firm can also get the overview of the orders in management system and then provide the most standard reasonable quotation. The AI system will do the inventory list directly from the analyzed result and help the moving companies to follow up timely. It also can accrue the identify of all kinds of chairs, dining table, sofa, and televisions, and calculate the capacity and quantity of furniture at the same time. With the AI intelligence to simplify the most tedious step in the traditional moving services. In short, throughout the logistic process, we make good use of AI technology to digitalize the process. Therefore, compared with the traditional logistic services, we can play the most commercial value in the market gap. Compared with traditional movers, we provide digital quotation platform and one-stop services. In addition, our services are entirely follow-up with a one-stop processes than a third-party platform, which is only provide small-scale transportation. The result of big data analysis can provide valuable information to the third parties, like real estate developers or construction companies. At present, our prototype has been non-structured in a well stage. In line with our milestone goals, the next step we will be focusing on expanding markets, strengthening industry connection, and continuous improving our AI furniture detection system. Again, in order distribution, we will continue to strengthen the current system strategy, develop more perfect system, function for 3 aspects of location, specialty, and pricing, so that each order can be matched with the most appropriate moving companies to provide the best services. As a startup with ESG concern, we focus on 3 sustainable development goals. We will use environmental friendly and recyclable materials for packaging aims in small pollution, and cooperate with green organizations to resell and reuse the furniture. Besides, we will encourage the industry to upgrade electric trucks in order to achieve the common development of green industry. Through the AI system of order allocation, corresponding dispatch the most suitable fleets to provide services. Thus, unnecessary driving distance can be effectively avoided. We're estimating that by using this strategy, we can reduce traveling distance by 30% and aim to reduce carbon emission. Our team has professional background. As a founder, I'm from a logistics company background and know the operation of the industry and customer demands. In terms of professional technology, we have Professor Chen from CTU to guide the optimization of our AI technology. Our technical lead, Mr. Huang, has 7 years of experience as a software engineer, and Mr. Zheng is responsible for business development and strengthening the market development of the product. At the same time, I'm willing to provide a platform for graduate students to develop, and now we have about young partners as well. This is the business ecosystem we aim to establish, covering logistics, recycling, disposal firms, NGO, insurance, and so on, in order to demonstrate our business value and improve the overall logistics industry. We plan to achieve more rapid and extensive establishment of stable market expansion, prospect through both B2B and B2C market. Besides, we can rely on the accumulated experience in the local market to expand into the overseas markets with different business strategy in the future, including the use of white label with SaaS models to establish a long-term development foundation. Thank you all for listening. We're excited to form a partnership with you in future to transform Hong Kong logistics industry. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ronald. I'm in awe after learning about all the innovative ideas and hard work from these entrepreneurs pushing our sci-tech boundary. Hope you get inspired as well, and one day you will join us to support the development of science and technology in Hong Kong and the Greater Bay Area. If you want to learn more of our work, please go to ylot.org for more information. Let's make it happen. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.